Hello everyone and welcome back to Piofiore Faded Memories! We are not starting today's video off with a jump scare from a random NPC, thank god. But anyway, today we're going to be continuing on with Gil's route. Are we on chapter 2 now? I believe so. And it seems like the hints of the story of this route is finally starting to be shown. Like, there's something about counterfeit money and Gil's being framed. He was briefly in jail. Now we're on our way home from jail, just a casual stroll home. And we ran into Roberto and Marco. Were they in the last route, like, at all? I don't think they were. And Roberto, I mean, he wasn't being totally insane, so, you know, that's good. There's also something with the Lao Shu in the last video, but there's always something with the Lao Shu. I never know what they're up to, but it's probably not good. But I am liking Gil so far, so I'm excited to keep going today and figuring out, like, what all these puzzle pieces are leading to. So let's just go. Hey Gil, what are you going to do about counterfeit money issue? What are you going to do about counterfeit money issue? I think we're missing the word the. Do about the counterfeit money issue. You couldn't just say you're innocent? It wouldn't be enough to clear your name? No. You can just go, actually I'm innocent. Oh, okay. There's very clear evidence that you murdered this man, but if you say you're innocent...
そういうことだ。しかし、解決まで時間がかかりすぎるのも良くねえな。ことが長引けば、世論もそのうち俺たちが黒だって言い出すかもしれねえ。必要なのは誰の目にもわかりやすく、完璧に一点の曇りもなく俺の疑いを晴らすことだ。
And how are you gonna do that? In order to do that, you have to capture the real culprit. Oh, who did it? I want to know. Now I'm excited. There's a culprit that we must capture.
単純明快だろう。れっきとした犯人が他にいれば、いくら軍警察だって納得するさ。
Their love affair with you. I like this. There's a mystery. Right. Finding the culprit and proving Gil's innocence would be our compass. Until now, Gil was full of energy, but suddenly his eyes dimmed.
期限は俺の裁判までだな。それまでになんとかしねえと。
If we don't succeed before then, the military police will force their assumption as truth and make Gil out to be the culprit. I imagined the worst case scenario and felt myself shaking. It's only like day 2 or 3, isn't it? And Lily's like already fully into this, like, yeah, I'm gonna help Gil clear his name. It's like, remember when we were almost kidnapped? That night, I got ready for bed and was about to turn in when suddenly there was a knock on my door. Yes? I'm coming. I opened the door and welcomed Gil into my room. Is something the matter? Oh, and Yeg's gonna be there too. I got really excited that you're gonna go see Dante. You're going to see the bosses of the other families?
今朝俺が逮捕された件について説明しとこうかと思ってな。向こうも知りたがってるし、俺としても下手な誤解はされたくねえ。均衡を崩すチャンスだと思われても厄介だしな。
It must be hard on you, Gil. Maintaining a connection with the other 2 bosses in Bologna must be why balance is maintained among the families. But why are you telling me this? Huh? Okay, if I get to go see Dante, yes. What? Me? Oh, right, I forgot they were after me. I like how I forgot even though 2 seconds ago I was like, remember when we were almost kidnapped? I couldn't help but remember what happened that night, and a cold sense of fear returned. Do I really have to go?
I
believe in you. I looked at Gil carefully. Oh, let me see here. Okay, I don't want to go, but I don't mean to doubt you, but although I don't want to go, I suppose there's no other choice, is there? I don't want to be in the dark about why they were after me anyway. I couldn't resolve anything by just closing my eyes and plugging my ears. I need to move on from this eventually. I can't stay here forever. Or can we? I think I probably will. Oh, and you will, by the end of this route. Hearing my response, Gil became really happy. However, his expression quickly turned serious and he spoke softly.
I
would, because Dante's there. I cut you off, I apologize. Of course, it didn't change the fact that I was scared. But even so, I made up my mind. Where are you going to meet with them? Yep, the neutral zone. A casino? I'd never been in one, but I heard it was a social gathering of ladies and gentlemen where a lot of money was exchanged. Can they even have a conversation in such a loud place? The director! I like the director. Like, he's just got this weird aura about him. And I'm like, I'm very curious about him because they gave this dude a sprite. So he's like he's important enough to have a sprite. But when you compare him to all the other characters who have sprites, he hasn't really done much. So I feel like he's got to be important either in this route or in the secret route. Right? Like, listen, everyone that's had a sprite up until now has had like an important main role, and except for him, he just kind of occasionally is there. I feel like he's got to be important. I see. Is there? Because I feel like I've just shown up in normal clothes before. Are you sure you just don't want to see me dress up? Yes, I've heard of it. I'm sorry, Gil. It was so kind of you to buy it for me, but I can't wear that dress. No, it's not that. I wanted to come up with a good excuse, but for some reason I couldn't think of one. I decided to be honest with him. Well, that dress has a very open design, right? Oh, that's... I literally always forget about that. I mean, I shouldn't, considering Wii Tennis and Dante's route. But it literally wasn't even brought up. I have this birthmark. If I wear that dress, it'll be exposed. Thanks, Gil. Yang would have forced it. I'm not confident, but I'll try my best. I gave a small sigh as I answered, but Gil laughed out loud as if satisfied. Thank you. Can I see it? I want to see my pretty dress. You're such a flirt, Gil. Ever since I met him, Gil has always been this way. He offered infinite words of praise, but it was beginning to embarrass me. I'd asked him a few times not to do so, but he always told me very seriously that he couldn't help it because it was the truth. And how could he lie? And so, we entered a restricted hallway in the casino and finally reached the room. Inside, there were already 3 people waiting. Dante? Hello, my darling. The first was Dante Falzone. He glanced at me and furrowed his brow in annoyance. Okay, Nicholas, number 3. Niccolo Francesco was smiling, but he spoke in a tone that seemed on edge. Gil said it was a meeting with the 3 family bosses, but the fact that Nicola's here must mean Signor Francesca is one of the high-ranking members of the Falzone. Oh yeah, he is. It seemed unlikely that a member of no status would be given a seat at the table. Gil gave a casual smile.
多めに見てくれ。月の女神の美しさに魅了されて時間を忘れちまったんでな。
Dante's like, whatever, shut up. Like, wait, Gil, are you talking about me?
もちろん。
Gil gave a mischievous smile, and a part of me regretted asking him. And the last person in the room was Stinky Poo Poo Head. It was the man who had pointed a knife to my throat that night at the church. I recalled the fear I felt back then, and couldn't help but freeze where I stood.
留置場帰りだというのに余裕がある。さすがはレッドフォード。器が大きい。しかし、まさかビスコンティの頭がいきなり逮捕されるとは思わなかった。お前が一体何をやらかしたのか、高額のために教えてほしいものだ。
もちろん教えてやるよ。今日はそのためにお前らを呼んだんだからな。
Gil never broke his smile as he pulled something out of his pocket.
リリー、これをあいつらに。
Yes. I nervously took what he offered and walked up to each boss. Hi. For you, Signor Falzone. Don't look at me like that. Once upon a time, we had something special. He gave me a cold glance, but accepted it without saying anything. For you, Signor Yang. Signor Yang. He looked back at me as my voice shook and gave a teasing smile.
趣味のいい女だな、レッドフォード。しかし、派手に着飾らせるより、清楚な黒い服でも着せてみてはどうだ？例えば、教会にいる女のような。
彼女の場合、つつましい格好をすればするほど色香が匂い立つんでな。さすがにそんななりではお前らの前に出せねえよ。
Responding in an aloof tone, Signor Falzone spoke quietly.
10ドル札か。
In their hands was the money I gave them.
どこからどう見ても普通の10ドルだろう。だが、こいつはよくできた偽札だ。
In an instant, the air in the room grew cold. So it seems like, I mean, Yang is quite the liar, so he could be putting on an act, but it seems like he doesn't know about it? Maybe?
なるほど。見た目ではまず見分けがつかん。かなり精巧な偽札だな。
これが俺の逮捕された理由だ。
これはお前が？
違う。これは俺の友人が入手してきたもんだ。見本がねえと話に信憑性が出ねえだろ。これはしばらく前からブルローネを中心に流通し始めてるらしい。
So the counterfeits are in dollars? They weren't in the Italian currency? Yeah, no, not gonna try.
ああ、いいところに気づいたな、あんた。どうせ作るなら価値のある貨幣のがいいだろう。世の中には安い金と高い金があるんだ。
Cheap money and expensive money?
リラに対する国際的な信頼は低い。
Jeez, you scared me,
半世紀前まで各地方の銀行券が国発行の紙幣と同じだけの価値を持っていた。
It's just him being so close and tiny little Nicola.
今でもイタリア王国全土がリラ紙幣で統一されているとは言えないくらいだからね。
Am I gonna have to learn how to pronounce that? Is it lira, like they're kind of saying, or lyra?
田舎では国の紙幣より地方銀行券の方がまだ力を持っていることもあるし。
So even if you made counterfeit lira, it still wouldn't have value globally. If that keeps coming up, I'm gonna have to go to Google and type it in and have the lady pronounce it for me.
そういうこと。あんた、大不
The
況って
Long
知ってるか？
Depression. I have not heard of the Long Depression. The depression in the late 1800s? I heard it lasted 20 years.
そうだ。
That is
アメ
pretty
リカは
long.
世界規模の大不況の中、どんどん輸出額を増やしていった。ヨーロッパにいろんなもんを売りつけて、大量の外貨を手に入れたわけだ。
いろんなものか。そこまで言うならぼかさず教えてやればいいだろう。
What do you mean?
アメリカは欧州が必要なものを供給し、自国の産業を発展させ、懐を豊かにした。さて、お前たちが求めていたものは何だ？お前たちの土地で何が起きたか思い出せ。
An incident that occurred in Europe? War? Yang's smile warped, and he smirked with satisfaction at my response. Then, what America was selling were weapons for war?
アメリカは戦場から遠く離れた場所で血を流すことなく金だけ儲けたわけだ。
そこまでにしておけやん。歴史の授業でも始めるつもりか。
History time with Yang.
その女がどうにも危機感のない顔をしていたので、つい教えてやりたくなった。
結論から言う。アメリカドルは今、世界的に最も価値が高い通貨だ。たとえ世界的な経済危機が訪れようと、アメリカならすぐに資本を立て直す。そういう信頼がある。
Economic crisis? Hasn't there been greater prosperity lately?
以前クリミア戦争後に世界恐慌って言われる世界規模の経済混乱があってね。それと似たような、もしくはそれ以上の恐慌が近々起きるんじゃないかって。
金の流れに里い連中はそう睨んでる。だから偽札を作るなら今現在の貨幣価値だけじゃなく将来性も見越さねえと。
So that's why they chose the American dollar.
イギリスのスターリングポンドも将来を見越せば手堅いが、過去の繁栄ぶりに比べると今は落ち目だからな。俺が作るとしてもアメリカドルを選ぶ。情勢に目が利くなら当然の判断だ。
His eyes narrowed coldly as he spoke in an unconcerned manner.
普通外貨ってのは流通させにくい。誰しも自分の国の金を使うからな。だがこの町なら。
I understood what Gil meant. It's because Berlone is known as the back door to Europe.
そう。この町は世界中の誰もが知る裏取引の流通拠点だ。
古くからマフィアが仲介をして様々な取引が行われてきた。金、物、人、様々なものがこの地で売買されている。この流通経路を利用して偽札を流そうと企んだ者がどこかにいる。
実際この偽札はすでに世界的な広がりを見せてるそうだ。アメリカじゃ相当な枚数が見つかってるらしい。
And I think you're the one behind all this? That's a large scale kind of deal, isn't it? Like, if it's circulating globally, that seems like a lot for just one dude to pull off. Which then also makes me wonder, like, who the heck is behind it for real then? This issue was a lot bigger than I thought, and I began to feel dizzy. Yang flicked the money with his fingers, as if bored. The $10 bill landed on the table.
この町で偽札を製造できるだけの自力がある組織とパルツオーネ、ビスコンティ、ラオ州、ブルローネマフィアが嫌疑の筆頭に上がる。
俺はイタリア系だが生まれはアメリカだ。
Oh,
疑
really?
われたのは仕方ねえ面もあると思う。
I don't know who. I really don't have any clues. I mean, maybe it's someone we don't know yet. I seriously doubt Dante would do that. If I know my man. And then Yang? I mean, Yang does some shady stuff, but he seems a little bit busy with all of his other shady stuff to be doing this, and it seems like it's been going on for a while. As of right now, I actually don't think Yang is involved.
だがブルローネのいや俺たちの実情さえ知ってれば気づくはずだ。俺なら絶対にこんな真似はしねえ。
どうか。
Huh? I couldn't understand at first, but after a moment of thinking, I finally figured it out. Because no one wants to do deals in a town known for counterfeiting money.
取引がなくなれば、俺たちは金を、力を失う。今は栄えてるこの町だって、廃れていく。
Which is another reason why I don't think it could be any of the mafia bosses.
自分の土地を根っこから荒らすような、そんなバカな真似はしねえよ。ダンテも、ヤンも、この件には噛んでねえだろ。お前らは金勘定のできないアホじゃねえ。それに、真犯人とやらが偽札をばらまいてる意図が、まだ読めねえ。ただ儲けるためというよりも、
経済か乱を狙ったものの可能性もあるかもしれないけど、でも今は戦時中じゃない。
そこだよな。ま、そんなもんは捕まえた後にゆっくり吐かせてやればいい。今必要なのはこれ以上この町の信頼を落とさねえことだ。だから今だけ手を組まねえか。
A temporary partnership with all three of them, that is rare. I mean, they've had truces before, but all three of them working together? It'd be kind of fun. It seemed the others anticipated this, as no one looked surprised. Gil's eyes burned with determination, and he spoke boldly.
俺は濡れ衣を晴らす。これはビスコンティのメンツにも関わることだからな。絶対に犯人を挙げて、そいつには落とし前をつけさせる。俺を、この町を陥れた奴を。
Hearing that, the first person to speak up was Dante Falzone.
理解しているとは思うが、ファルツォーネは当然、そんな下等な犯罪には絡んでいない。
Yeah, there's not a world in which I could imagine Falzone doing that. Dante looked down coldly at the fake $10 bill.
俺たちの名を汚す存在は放置できない。ブルローネの名を貶める存在も。とはいえ、互いの心情というものがある。末端の構成員同士まで協力させるのは難しいだろうが、それぞれにこの件について調査を進め、得た情報を共有する程度の協力ならやぶさかじゃない。
グラッツェ、ダンテ。お前ならそう言ってくれると思ってた。
Gil smiled, but Dante still looked grumpy. The Lao Shu are the only ones left. You gonna do it, Yang? Everyone naturally looked over at Yang. Hello? Oh! Hi. What are you doing here? The door made a loud bang as it was kicked open, and a young man jumped in.
話がある。あなたたち、ブルローネマフィアに。
We're not doing counterfeit. That's what we're just establishing right now. It's not us. If that's what you want. I could feel the atmosphere shift to hostility and a clear sense of danger. Especially Yang. The color of his eyes changed, and he seemed a second away from standing up. Ooh. Why, Yang? However, the young man that arrived showed no signs of intimidation. Well, again, I don't know if Orlok is with the Lao Shu or not, but he is kind of responsible for me getting away and getting to Gil. You're... Okay, let's see. I must stay quiet. I was about to call out to him, but just before I did, I stopped myself. Maybe it's best that I pretend to not know him. But they know that I know him because he showed up in the middle of that fight and carried me off. He was my savior. Any reckless behavior on my part could potentially get in his way. I couldn't let that happen. I carefully looked around and could sense someone looking in my direction. Who? Oh. Hi? Nicola, I like you. I really do, but sometimes you put me on edge when you do stuff like that. Don't look at me. He like sees right through me. I feel like he's staring into my soul right now. Nicola Francesca was looking at me as if he wanted to see how I would react. Our eyes met, then he smirked in a kind and friendly way. Is it really a kind and friendly? Gil swiftly stood, more serious than usual, and moved in front of me as if to protect me.
一体何者だ。俺たちの誰に用がある。
Just then, another person entered the open doorway. Jeez, it's a party in here. Oh, hi.
誠に申し訳ございません、皆様。お騒がせいたしました。
I was just talking about you. The person was dressed in elegant clothing, and on his face was a Venetian mask. Is he like secretly someone? And because it's like we've never really seen his face. Listen, this guy's important. I'm telling you, he's gotta be. This is my theory, and I'm gonna run with it.
いたしましたって
Dante's big
終
again.
わったみたいに言われてもね。今まさに騒ぎの最中なんだけど。
警備はどうなっているディレットーレ。これはカジノ側の怠慢だと思うが。
Director? Wait, he's the manager? Of this casino?
こちらのお客様がどうしても皆様にお会いしたいと申されましてお止めしたのですが、カジノの警備員はきれいになぎ倒されてしまいました。これも私の不徳が致すところ、大変申し訳ございません。
仕方ないな。俺たちの邪魔ができる男だ。ただの警備員風情が叶うはずもない。
The man who was silent until now took a step forward and began to speak.
俺はオルロック。教国
Nicola
から
knows
使わ
that.
された使徒。
Well, not the disciple sent by the church part, though.
あなたたちに話があってここに来た。
Do you know about the money?
教国の使者か。
なるほど。にわかには信じられんと言いたいところだが。
ただ僕たちを騙したくて嘘をつくならもっとうまい言い訳をすると思うよ。
Man, the gang's all here.
そうだな。まずは
My harem
オーロックの
is
話
here.
を聞いて結論を出すのはそれからだ。
ディレットーレ、お前は出ていけ。これ以上余計な横やりを入れるな。
I kind of want him to stay, though. He's weird. I like it.
かしこまりました、ファルツォーネ様。
Who are you?
では皆様、引き続きどうぞご歓談を。
I'm trying to like listen to his voice and I'm like, do you sound like anyone I know? I don't think so. He gave a theatrical bow and left the room. The door was slowly closed once again.
俺は教国。そしてロズベルグ教の命を受けブルローネに来た。
Ugh. Bishop Roseberg can suck it. The famous Bishop Roseberg? Yeah, and he sucks. Bishop Joseph von Roseberg. He was a very famous minister in a governing position of the church.
使徒はこのブルローネに眠る聖遺物、そして聖遺物を管理する墓守の一族、すなわちファルツォーネが正しいあり方を保ってるか。
Huh? Sacred site, protecting the grave. Stop doing this weird shot where like Dante's gigantic and Nicola's like tiny behind him. It looks so weird. Despite their name being mentioned, the two members of the Falzone didn't bat an eye.
この町はもともとは教国領。ブルローネの不祥事を教国は良しとしない。世界的に貨幣価値の高いドル札、その偽札の流通はクリミア戦争後に起きた世界恐慌を再び引き起こすきっかけにもなりかねない。
Well, that would be bad.
早急な解決を教国は望んでいる。
Is this going to distract Roseberg from his ridiculous prophecies?
教国が気をもんでいるのは理解したが、聖遺物な。
Yang didn't seem to believe Orlok, and his golden eyes narrowed as if he were having fun. Orlok didn't back down and answered simply.
この町が治外法権を持つのも教国の後ろ盾あってこそ。イタリアの法律は基本的に意味をなさない。組織だった犯罪行為も見逃される傾向にある。どうしてマフィアが見逃されてきたか。そこには明確な理由がある。ブルローネのマフィア、すなわちファルツォーネにはこの地に眠る聖遺物を管理する役割があったから。
Are you sure you want to be saying this to Yang?
じゃあファルツォーネを守るために教国がイタリアに圧力をかけてたってことか。
そう。
Orlok nodded, and Gil sighed wearily.
信じられねえ話だが筋は通ってるな。それにダンテとニコラの顔色
Yeah, they're just like sitting there like, yep.
な。
Gil seemed to share history with them, and could likely read their expressions. Signor Falzone stayed silent the whole time with a serious look on his face. Signor Francesca maintained a peaceful smile and seemed unfazed by the situation. And you know, that's exactly how I would expect both of them to react. Exactly how they look right now.
だけど、教国は今、ファルツォーネには生異物の管理なんて荷が重いと考えてる。今日までに別の組織の台頭を許して。しかも、こうして偽札騒ぎまで起こって。今までのようにファルツォーネを守る必要はないんじゃないかって思い始めてる。だから、教国からの最後通帳を伝えに来た。
Orlok continued indifferently. His words seemed rather cold as he continued.
3ヶ月以内にこの件が解決されなければ、教国はブルローネから生異物を引き上げる。そうなれば当然、ブルローネは教国の後ろ盾を失い、治外法権は消滅する。
今は栄えているこの町もどこにでもあるありふれたイタリアの片田舎になる。ブルローネマフィアはイタリアの方で裁かれるただの犯罪者になり下がるってわけか。
Yang raised his hand slightly with a smirk. I have a question, teacher.
オルロック、いくらか聞き流したが、お前の話は大体分かった。しかし、俺がどう動くか決める前に、もう一つ尋ねておきたいことがある。お前はなぜ、あの夜、俺とファルツォーネ双方の邪魔をした？
Knew that he would remember that.
すべてはその答え次第で。
それは、
Orlok looked at me.
リリアーナ・アドルナートを守るため。
To protect me?
あなたは、この地に眠る生異物の鍵となる存在。占星術で選ばれた特別な鍵の乙女だから。
I couldn't grasp the words he was saying and could only stand there bewildered.
鍵の乙女は、本来ファルツォーネが管理し、守護すべき存在だった。
けど教国は今、ファルツォーネが生異物を管理することを良しとしていない。
だからお前はダンテにも味方せず、ただ彼女を逃がしたってわけか。
なるほど。
It's interesting. Yang's out of the loop this time around. Roseburg isn't, including him in on his plans. With a cold smile, Yang muttered in a skeptical tone.
まさか、生異物だの占星術だの、これほど壮大な話を聞かされるとはな。
Then why the heck did Yang want me? Why was he trying to kidnap Lily if he didn't know about this stuff? Did he just know that she was important? But not how? Wait, I still couldn't understand the truth he revealed to us and spoke with a shaky voice. I have never heard anything about this. Please, if you believe that I am this person, please explain to me so I can understand.
黙れ。
Ah, rude! Meanie? Yang gave me a piercing glare and coolly dismissed me, despite my confusion.
俺はお前の身の上にも教国の肘にも全くもって興味がない。
彼女は当事者だろう。当然自分について知る権利はあると思うが。
そういった話はよそでやってくれ。これは何の会合だ？すべき話は他にある。
They silently glared at one another, and someone gave a small sigh.
この地に眠る生異物の存在どころか。
Yeah, I was like, I was kind of thinking, like, is it okay that you're just revealing all this, Orlok?
教国は後先など考えず、ただただ事態の解決を求めているようだな。
I was hoping he would dismiss or deny what Orlok had said, but his reaction was rather confirmation of Orlok's story. Am I really such a person? My confusion slowly turned to fear, and I could feel my fingers trembling. I'm being pulled into something beyond me. No, it seems I was pulled in a long time ago. You were pulled in when you were born.
教国は本当にここまで明かして構わないと考えているのか。これでは偽札の件が片付いたとしても、新たな火種を生みかねない。
問題になるようなら、改めて秘匿のための手段を講じるだけ。
It's a problem, deal with it.
それ以上に今は下級。手をこまねいてたら世界経済に影響が出てしまうから。
それでヤン、お前はなぜ彼女をさらおうとした？ラオシュは一体どこまで掴んでいる？
バルツオーネが教会の女の後ろ盾をしているという話を掴んだ。
Well, I
そ
got
れだ
that
けだ。
question answered.
どんな事情があるのか知りたくてな。ひとまず女の顔でも拝もうと思ったわけだが。
And hold a knife to my throat.
それだけの理由で誘拐しようとしたの？相変わらずやることが乱暴だね。
これほど大きな魚を釣り上げられるとは予想だにしなかったがな。まったくおとぎ話にも程がある。
Yang had a smirk on his face, but his eyes weren't laughing at all. Orlok, as usual, didn't seem fazed by any of this, silently looking back at Yang.
俺の話が信じられない。
全く信じる気になれんな。だが教国が本気だということは分かった。それで十分だ。それ以上は聞きたくもない。
Yang spoke coldly. Suddenly, his smile deepened.
面白い話を聞かせてくれた例だ。俺も一つ話題を提供しよう。
Story time with Yang.
ラオ州の後ろにチャイニーズマフィアのリュウ・ファンフィがいることはお前たちもとうに知っているだろう。
One second, Yang. I'm sorry that I once again cut you off, Orlok. It's just what I do. Oh, and yes, this. Is this gonna have something to do with what Lee was telling you about?
そのリュウ・ファンフィの動きに不審な点がある。
It is? Is it them? They are a large group.
ラオ州はこのブルローネで本国が思う以上にうまくやってきたと自負している。が、リュウ・ファンフィはラオ州の利益を吸い上げるため、俺が望んでもいない物資を一方的に送りつけ、代価を要求してくるようになった。その物資とは、紅ボタンと呼ばれる新種の薬物だ。
Yes, the drugs. I know all about that.
これは従来のものより依存性と副作用が強い。こんなものを売り続ければ、俺はいずれ地盤を失う。
出来の悪い上を持つと苦労するな。
まったくだ。しかも最近はより口うるさくなっていてな。
The nature of the conversation was quite grave, but Yang continued as if he were having fun.
だが逆らうわけにもいかない。ラオ州は所詮リュウ・ファンフイの手足だからな。
話を聞く限り、リュウ・ファンフイはラオシュを追い詰めようとしているようだが、何か上に睨まれることでもしでかしたか？
And his response is just that smile. He leisurely tapped his pipe and deepened his smile as if he knew something.
結論から言う。俺はこの偽札製造に
He's not gonna entertain that.
が一枚噛んでい
I wanna tell you if I did something to
と見
provoke
てい
them.
る。
Anyways. Tension suddenly filled the room.
バルツオーネが指摘した通り、今のリュウ・ファンフイの動きはラオ州を切り捨てるためのものと見て間違いないだろう。俺たちには司祭を告げることなく退路を断ち、最大限に搾取してから取り潰すつもりだ。ラオ州は十分な儲けを出している。多少俺が好き勝手やっているにしても、奴らは目をこぼすしかないはずだった。
だとすれば、ラオ州が挙げる以上の儲けをどこかから調達できる目処がついた。
Perhaps satisfied by Nicola's deduction, Yang's smile grew wider.
まだ尻尾を掴んだわけではないが、リュウ・ファンフイの動きはブルローネのマフィアが遠からず信頼を失うと知っているかのようだ。どこかから情報を、それも中核に近い筋から得ていることは間違いない。
Gil's brows furrowed, then he gave a bitter smile.
このイタリアでチャイニーズ絡みのアメリカドルか。まったくまさに世界規模だな。
The whole world's getting in on it.
それでお前はどうするつもりだ、ヤン。リュウ・ファンフィに忠義を尽くすか。
そう思うか？
Yang does what Yang wants. Gil smiled as if he already knew the answer, and Yang continued.
ちょうどリュウ・ファンフイの言いなりになるのも飽きてきたところだ。奴らとは趣味が合わん。 奴らがラオシュウを切り捨てるつもりなら、俺も見限る。今後は好きにやらせてもらおう。
He had a glow in his eyes.
俺から本国のリュウファンフイへ探りを入れてやる。奴らの企みを潰すのは面白そうだからな。この俺を利用できると思っているアホにはそれなりの報復が必要だ。
じゃあラオシュウも偽札問題解決のために動くと。
強国のためではないがな。
構わない。それとラオシュウのヤン、あなたには芸家から伝言がある。
Dang, this is kind of fun. Everyone's gonna work together on this.
個人的な助力はできないと。
そうか、意外と身持ちが固いな。
いや、まさか何か。
取引を持ちかけただけだ。金を渡す代わりに強国の情報を提供してもらえないかと。
ロズベルグ卿相手にそんな取引を。
Listen, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he would take that deal.
何を考えてい
He's a
る。
piece of garbage.
神に仕える身分の人間が賄賂に応じる
Oh,
わけがない
Dante,
だろう。
honey. You don't even know the half of it.
悪いが、俺は神を信じていない。そのあたりの理屈はま
いいじゃねえか。結局ヤンも俺たちと同じ目的で協力してくれるってことだろう。
Yeah, Mafia Squad. Let's go. Gil gave a warm smile and chimed in as if to mediate between the two.
ブルローネのマフィアで共同戦線を張るってことだ。俺たちが手を組めば敵はねえ。偽札製造の真犯人なんてすぐ突き止めてやるさ。
The three families of the Berlone Mafia agreed to work with one another. Just when things were settling down,
ところで、ニコラ、
Nicola.
何かな。
オルロックが飛び込んできたとき、お前は随分冷静
They
だった
do
よ
know
う
each
だ
other.
が。
ダンテもほとんど表情が変わらなかったよ。本当は驚いていたくせに鉄の自制心だね。
後で詳しく聞かせてもらうぞ。
You're in big trouble later, mister.
もちろん。
He sighed a bit, but his smile never left his face. He then turned to Gil.
ギルバート、鍵の乙女についてお前も聞いていただろう。彼女はファルツォーネにとって重要な存在だ。彼女を守ることは俺たちの使命でもある。ビスコンティの手には余る存在だ。彼女をリリアーナ・アドルナートを返してもらいたい。
Dante, sweetie, I would love to go with you, but it is Gil's route. Return me to the Falzone. My mind still hadn't wrapped around all this. I still didn't understand what the Key Maiden was. The idea of going to live with the Falzone made me feel anxious and a little lonely.
渡せねえな。彼女は俺の客人だ。
His expression looked serious, and he didn't look away. It seemed he wouldn't give in.
ファルツォーネの使命は俺には関係ねえ。友人を家に招いた。それの何が悪い。彼女は俺が守る。お前が気を揉むのもわかるが、そこは俺を信用してくれ。
They glared at one another for a moment, and then... I mean, if anyone else is gonna... It's better that I'm with Gilbert than probably anyone else.
いいだろう。だ
You can
が
trust
条
in
件が
Dante.
一つある。優先されるべきは彼女の身の安全だ。ファルツォーネからも一人護衛をつけさせろ。それが彼女をビスコンティに置く
Will
条
it be
件。
Leo?
ああ、いいぜ。どうせこれから手を組むんだ。仲良くやってこうじゃねえか。リリーも構わねえな。
Right. Thank you for being so considerate, Signor Falzone.
シニョーレなど必要ない。
Okay,
Dante.
Dante. What?
ファルツォーネ当主である俺にとって同じく使命を背負わされたお前は対等な存在だと思っている。
We're
だから
equals.
俺には継承も敬語も不要だ。
Understood.
じゃあ僕に対しても同じようにしてく
Then
れ
do
る
you want to call me Nicola? Just butting in. For you?
だってダンテよりも僕は下の立場なんだから、ダンテがそう言うならそれに習わないとね。
I see. All right then, Nicola. I replied awkwardly and nodded. noticing a piercing glare from the side. Call me Yang. Sure, it's better than Senor Yang. He's trying to bother me. I heard to speak. You don't have to. I mean, we've established I don't like Yang, but that was pretty funny. I'm just looking like, you can call me Yang. I didn't make it in time. He said it in a seemingly kind tone, but I felt myself freeze. As for him, he seemed to get the response he wanted, and his smile grew as if he were having fun. I struggled to push through my mental block, knowing I couldn't stay silent forever. Well, it would be nice if you could all call me Lily then. Stop showing me this weird shot! Dante was quiet after what Nicola said, but he nodded, acknowledging my request. And so, the Berlone Mafia formed a coalition to resolve the counterfeit money issue. Oh, how exciting! They had 3 months before the town would lose the traitor's support. If that happened, both the Mafia and Berlone's prosperity would face a steep decline. That night, the future of Berlone was secretly tasked to the hands of the Mafia. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Oh. At Gil's concerned voice, I realized I was standing in a daze. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Gil smiled reassuringly and gently took my hand. Thank you, Gil. Gil led me to the Visconti's car. After returning to my room, I still couldn't fall asleep. I'm the Key Maiden. I have something to do with a relic in Berlone. I didn't even know that Berlone had a relic here. Yeah, you're the one that's behind. I know all about this stuff. Everyone behaved as if this new development was normal, but I found it difficult to process everything. The more I thought about it, the more confused I became. Unable to sit still, I got out of bed. Maybe a glass of water will calm me down. Alright, we're actually gonna go ahead and end today's video here. See, I might get jump scared by Gil at the start of the next one, because when I boot up the game again, it's gonna have him go, "Who's there?" But, wow, okay. We got so much information in this video. A lot of it took place in the casino, but it was really interesting. All the love interests were there, so that was fun. Wow, okay, I'm actually really excited about, like, all of the mafias working together for once. Like, are we gonna get through this route without anyone dying? Like, I mean, there's definitely still gonna be battles, but, like, if the 3 mafias are working together, could we maybe please have a route where they all live? That would be exciting. Like, I don't know, I just really love the idea that they're all gonna, like, work together. Like, that's just so badass. Someone is, like, always the enemy in these routes, and it's usually the Laoshu. And you know how I feel about the Laoshu, but, like, I don't know. The idea of them working with the Visconti and the Falzone, and also the church being involved, like, it just feels so cool. Like, this big operation, and we're all gonna work together to stop the counterfeit issue. I'm very excited about it. Okay, I pulled up my recording from the first video of Gil's route, just because I was a little curious. Interesting. Now, I could be wrong. I could be totally 100% off base here. And by the way, guys, do not tell me in the comments if I'm right or wrong or not. But that voice, didn't that kind of sound like the director? I was just thinking, because I was sort of going on about, like, the director has to be important, right? And I was trying to think, like, his voice doesn't sound like anyone. And then I had a thought. I was like, I don't remember what Secret Boy's voice sounds like. Listen, I think I might be onto something there. I really do. The hair, maybe it's a wig, because the hair is totally different. You got a mask on. Okay. I'll leave that there. Again, I could be wrong, but I found that a bit interesting. Anyways, yeah, today's video was an interesting one. I'm so excited about everyone working together, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!